everyone, and welcome back to The Overachiever. As you can see, we're playing The Sims 4 today, which is going to be episodic. We're going to do this as kind of split up because there's a lot of achievements. There are a few that is just going to be insanely long, hundreds of hours of work, so we'll cheese those ones a little bit. But I thought it'd be nice to do some of them legitly. We don't want to rinse through all of them. So I've already made the characters. We've got the Johnson family, so we've got Dong Johnson and Teeny Johnson, and these two are basically going to be the start of our 26th generation family. I think that's the one I want to do as episodic, and then we'll kind of do everything else as cheese, basically. But these guys will cover a lot of our main kind of skill achievements stuff. So we're going to be covering Dong as a kind of primary member of this generation. And he's going to be, as you just saw, he's going to be a chef. He's going to be the next Gordon Ramsay, Dong Ramsay, if you will. He's going to basically max us out on cooking, on mixology, and we're also going to max him out on, what's the other one? Gourmet cooking as well. So those are the three mains we're going for, and then to finish things off, we're going to get him to the very, very end of the cooking career, the culinary career, as it were. But we're going to concentrate mainly on the three max skills for this episode. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm kind of speeding through everything a little bit, but we're going to be on max speed for most of these videos, just so we can get through everything a little bit quicker. So mainly the main things I'm concerned with is obviously keeping him cooking, but also we need him to have woohoo with Teeny so that they can create the next generation of the Johnson family. He's obviously asking, do I like cooking? Well, of course he does. He's gonna be loving the cooking. It's basically gonna be his only task for the next, well, the whole of his life until he ages up. He's just gonna be cooking and mixing up drinks. So standard stuff to begin with, as I'm sure you all know about. Basically just kind of keeping their moods up, keeping them doing the tasks that we need them to do, and of course we're going to be making sure that they have babies. So you can probably see what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get them to kind of try for a baby. They've been in the house for literally all of half an hour, and we're just straight down to it. It really doesn't take much. Once that's done, it's basically just cooking central. I'm just constantly like, he's leveling up to level 3, and I'm just pressuring him to just keep cooking, because that's what I need him to do. And, you know, just day-to-day stuff. I don't think he's even properly started work at this point. He's just on it. He's just spending all of the household income on ingredients, and he's just cooking away. One thing you'll notice with Teeny is you'll probably see it every so often that I'm going to just get her to concentrate on the handiness skill. The reason for this is because I don't really want her doing anything, and it's kind of expensive to just keep replacing all the units, like the sinks and the baths and stuff. So I basically get her to concentrate on the handiness skill. I think it's probably the best thing to do. He's been to work, first day back at work. It went well. He was a bit tired, bless him. But don't you worry, we're going to get him cooking. He's watching the cooking channel now. Like, this guy's a machine. I didn't even tell him to do that. He's just watching the TV like an absolute madman. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep getting him cooking. A little bit of time passes, and of course, I'm still pressuring him to cook. I was on it, right? This you're seeing this in minutes, but actually, really, this was hours of work of me trying to keep him happy, but also trying to get him to cook. You'll see me going through meals. I don't know why. I tried to get him to do one of every meal. Honestly, it's just because I'm getting him to cook so much. I was getting bored, so I was like, we'll just do one of everything. And that'll get his skill up more than enough, I'm sure. So you'll probably see that I'm not just doing hammering the same meals. I am actually getting him to switch things up, just because I was bored. I was bored of him cooking bloody BLTs all the time. So I thought, yeah, we'll switch things up. So yeah, going back to Teeny, she's going to basically do the handy skill, just because that is obviously another achievement that we will have to eventually cover. She's pregnant at this point, I'm pretty sure. She doesn't look very pregnant, but she is. It was successful. Oh, there you go, morning sickness. One thing, I don't think I showed it in the video, but one thing I did find is that even after the baby comes, she just always has morning sickness for like such a long time. It was really, really bizarre. So I think even more time's passed now. I was looking at sort of like those aspiration things. I don't think they really mattered. I was just like back to cooking. This is the weirdest kind of gameplay I've ever done. I've never played The Sims 4 like this, where I'm just like, you will cook, you'll do all of it. But for some reason, yeah, I just kept going with it. Yeah, eventually we hit level 5, which is great, and then off to work he goes. I'm sure I probably had a promotion or two in amongst this as well, but I didn't want to just keep showing everything because it was just going to be a very long video. Oh, here's where, yeah, I get her to kind of start repairing stuff. So yeah, this is literally her primary job. She's level 2 handiness. Obviously things didn't break that often, so it was just kind of like periodically she went up. I think eventually I will, before she kicks the bucket down the line, I will try and get it finished after level 10, so I don't have to do that too much. After a very, very long while, she goes into labor. So yeah, the next generation is on the way. I'm at work, obviously, because I'm a workaholic, and I've let Dong just kind of do what he wants. I said me, it's because I was playing as Dong primarily. So yeah, Dong's at work. He doesn't care. He's like all about that money and that cooking lifestyle. Lo and behold, he got a promotion. He's been promoted. He's now a caterer, and at the same time, we had a baby girl, which is great, and we named her Soft. Soft Johnson. I think that's just a perfect name for a little baby girl in the Johnson family. I'm sure you'll all agree. And because he's on cloud 9, he's inspired. He's on a high from having a baby and a promotion. That's right. I got him straight down to the mixology skill. Now, it kind of forces you into mixology in the early kind of 3 or 4 jobs, and of course, we get a burglar. Absolutely, out of nowhere, he's just on his porch enjoying the night, keeping his neighbors up, shaking out ice, and all of a sudden a burglar comes. And in that moment, he's like, "Oh my god, a burglar! Do I like mixology? I do like mixology." What a weird thought to have at the same time. He's like, "Oh god, we're getting robbed. I love mixology though." But don't worry, because he's out on the porch all night mixing up drinks. He caught him and called the police, so it's great. Fantastic stuff. We jump ahead, and he gets a new level in mixology. Oh, level 3. There we go. Fantastic stuff. Baby's growing nicely as well. I already bought the crib, which is great, so we're miles ahead. Teeny went up to level 3 in the old handiness there as well, which is great. So fantastic stuff happening already. He's well on his way to a promotion, which is even better. She's loving her life as a mum at home. She's practically living as a single mother, because I'm never there. I'm always at work or just cooking and mixing stuff. Soft aged up, so now we have a toddler, which is great. Just fantastic. He's got the red hair of Dong there as well, which is just fantastic. Takes right after her dad. She does the reddish brown hair, and she you'll see down the line she gets the drive, that work drive life as well, which is even better. So there we go. You can see the back of Soft there. I don't know why I left this in, to be honest. Just showing her. She's like, oh, toddler. But yeah, I thought she was gonna pick him up. She's just like, I'll get the rubbish. Need to clean first. Can't look after the child. We have to clean the house. She's just being a good mother, guys. That's what it's all about. So we've had Soft now, which is great. So that's our next generation growing. And eventually, once we finish off Dong's kind of promotions and all the skills, we will concentrate on Soft as kind of like the next generation. So we'll have to pick something for her to go down that will cover an achievement. Maybe I think you can do violin and art and stuff. So maybe we'll make her some sort of performance artist or something like that. But time's moving on. We like things are going really, really fast at this point. Oh god, the first time Teeny cooks, it causes a fire. Oh my gosh. We could never trust her to cook again. I'm gonna have to pre-cook all their meals for the day, and of course the firefighters just stood outside. But don't worry, the fire just goes out on its own. It's great. They don't even have to touch it. Look at this. They're firefighting it from the sidewalk. It's brilliant. Just yeah, I couldn't believe this was happening. I even tried to get him to go in and put the fire out, but no, it wouldn't let me. It just went out on its own, which is great. And yeah, that was that. We're never letting her cook again. It's all down to Dong. He's Dong Ramsay for a reason, right? He's gonna cook for his family. So we're on to like gourmet meals as well now, which is all part of the line we're gonna go down. I was trying to get him to cook, but he was just not having it. He wanted to spend time with Soft, but I was like, no, put Soft down on the floor, get to cooking. You're in a good mood. This is a great time to get those skills up. So eventually, just put her in the kitchen, and I'll just stand there and talk to her. She's been a bit of a scoundrel. I don't really know what you can do at that moment, how you stop them doing that, but I don't know how that works. So if anyone knows, put it in the comments, because I honestly don't know. But this is the moment. We got the cooking skill achievement, so that's one down, which is great. And look, he's already on to Mixology. I didn't even have to tell him to do that. He's just like, I'm out. I'll go and do it. Don't worry. And there we go. And we actually did get a second achievement I didn't even know. Sometimes my achievements don't ping up, which is really weird. But yeah, just do nothing social for 24 hours. They just did that automatically. I didn't have to do anything with that. Probably me being working and Teeny on her own or something like that. But we got the achievement, which is great. So we can kind of concentrate now on like gourmet cooking and mixology. So you can already see me here. I'm like straight into the gourmet side of things, which is fantastic. And yeah, Teeny just living her best life really, which is great. I don't know if it's at this point yet or not, if it's a little bit down the line, but we will have another child. We do try for another child. But there you go, level 4 gourmet already. Look at that. Oh, he's just an absolute machine. He's a culinary machine. But yeah, so she's still doing all of her wonderful repairing as well. I think she gets a level here too. Oh no, not quite. But she's still gaining her levels in handiness skills as well, which is great. Dong's just trying to enjoy a meal there, and the child is just like interrupting his wonderful meal. How dare Soft talk to her father? That's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's surprising how quick this was going for me. I think we got the cooking skill within like 2 hours, which is really, really quick, I think, in the grand scheme of things. And then we started like hammering through these other skills, like stupidly quick. And then just having a wonderful family moment. Look at this. This is just precious, isn't it? And the promotions are also still coming in at this point, by the way. It's still all ticking along. But they're having such a good time. I was like, why don't you cook while you're chatting in the kitchen? But then they all left, which is of course, the way it always goes, I suppose. But yeah, wonderful stuff. After a little while, we keep going on the mixology stuff. Just so the achievements keep coming in. He's doing really, really well at this point. I've obviously cut out a lot of footage, so this video did take a while to edit, but just because there was like hours. But he's on level 6 now. I tried to record everything so that I don't obviously miss any moments, and so as a result, it does take a while to record these videos. But yeah, we keep going. We're keeping him going on all these skills. Honestly, this isn't the hardest achievement, to be honest, and I'm sure I could have just done loads and made it in one video, but I just thought it was fun to follow the family along, because they're all thriving, even though the main character has just spent predominantly all of his time cooking. But there we go, leveled up 6. They're leveled up gourmet cooking to level 6 as well now, and he's straight back onto the mixology. Half the time I'm not even telling him to do this. He's just an absolute oiled machine. He's just like, I want to learn. I want to be the best. He wants to be the best Dong Ramsay. So at this point, we've now had the second pregnancy. It's on the way. They're all very excited to meet the new little ones. And there we go, level 8 gourmet as well. So he's been a busy boy. You know, he's had Soft, and now he's got another one on the way. And he's just getting those levels up. He's just on fire, which is great. And he's gone straight back to mixing in the background. He's a pastry chef now, by the way, as well. So you get eventually a choice of like 2 different lines you can go down in the culinary career. So you can become a mixologist if you want to, or you can go down being like a proper chef. So I think you go to like line chef, and now then he's like pastry chef. So he's up to pastry chef now. He needs level 7 cooking and 4 gourmet chef cooking skill, which he's obviously got, which is fantastic. And obviously went to work, and he's back in the kitchen again. His time's gone on, and he's back in that kitchen. It's crazy. The amount he's cooking is unbelievable. In all honesty, we'd probably have a lot more money if he just didn't keep cooking, but he just keeps going. He loves it. Oh, and she's like, I think she might be in labor at this point. I can't quite remember. It's just the labor point. It's got to be really close. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So he's hit level 9 cooking at the same time as another baby girl goes. But it's not just one baby girl. So we had this one, which is Long. We named Long Johnson. Not really a girl's name, but there we go. And then, oh, there we go. We had a second one, which is absolutely crazy. So we had twins, which is insane. So we named the second one Peanut. So we got Peanut and Long and Soft Johnson. I was hoping for one boy so that I could have a boy and a girl, because I was planning originally to do the generations thing myself. So like really put the time in, and I have like, I think one of them is like have 10 generations, 10 generation families. That sounds crazy. That confused me when I said that. So yeah, 10 different families that all hit 10 generations at one time. There's one as well that has to hit 100 generations, and there's another one for getting it to 26 generations. So my plan originally was to get the Johnson family to like be the 100 generation family, and then just make 9 other generation families and get them up to generation 10. But there's also ones for like making a family of ghosts as well, things like that. So all of those things, I think, will just cheese at the end, and there's a brilliant way of doing it at the end. So we'll get all those achievements separately. I won't do all of that work, but I will like to keep this family going at least to generation 26. And each generation will concentrate on either a new career or like a set of skills that will net the achievement, basically. I think that's the plan. Anyway. Things are happening, by the way, really fast, and I'm just waffling on. But yeah, he's still going. He's still going with all his gourmet cooking and his mixology. The twins are doing fine. They're thriving. Max skill on gourmet cooking skill. There we go. That's the next achievement done. Connoissaurus Rex. Fantastic. Brilliant. There we go. So that's 2 out of the 3 we're going for in this episode. We're going to get him going on the mixology now. He's not far away from it, if I remember correctly. He's like level 8 now or 9, which is just brilliant. So he's well and truly on his way. There we go, level 7. Sorry, he's a bit far away at this point. And of course, we had this friend at work called Summer. She just keeps appearing. I don't know why, but she keeps coming. She just keeps on coming, and spending some time with us. But I think that's good for getting your promotion skills, your promotion progress up faster if you have like friends at work and stuff. At this point, Long's aged up, so we give them the calm status for one of them, and I think we give the other one a sensitive one just for fun, just to mix things up with the twins, so they act a bit differently. And we also hire a nanny. There's the nanny coming in to say hello. We hired a nanny because I realized with Dong out to work all the time, and now there being 3 children in the house, Teeny's got a bit of work on her hands to looking after 3 children. I wasn't planning on having 3 kids, but here we are. We've got them. So yeah, so we basically, I was like, I'm going to have to get a nanny in. And we called this nanny up so much just because there's just so much craziness going on. But I also do think that it did break the game a little bit. You'll see that momentarily. But, oh yeah, I had to build a room. So I built 2 rooms here. So I skipped ahead there as I started the building process. I built them both a room because I couldn't keep having them all living in the living room. It's just not the most practical place to keep putting all these kids. If child services came in, they'd be shocked. There's 3 kids living in the living room, and half the time they're just sleeping on the floor. So I had to deal with that. Yeah, so that was one thing. But we'll see the breakages momentarily. So here's the start of it. So I was kind of just playing as normal, and I just realized something weird was happening. Basically, Teeny and the nanny were stood in the same spot, and they were never moving. it was really, really bizarre, and it took me a while to wrap my brain around it because the other child was just getting left by the nanny, and the other two just stood in the middle. It was really, really bizarre. So I realized that actually there's something wrong with Teeny and Peter because look here, they get into bed and she puts Peter into bed with, and I was like, I've never seen that before. And it looks like Peter's like, because it's on fast, it's hard to see, but it looks like Pina is actually looking around. She's not sleeping. And I was like, something's not right here. So we skip ahead a little bit because obviously I wasn't too sure what was going on with it. So I just kind of left them sleeping. We get good old Dong up to level 9 on the Mixology, which is so we're nearly done with this challenge, but we're just gonna look at Tina. Teeny's become sort of the main protagonist for a few moments here because she just looks a bit off. If we skip ahead, you can see that Pina is just kind of stuck to her. She's not even got her arm up or anything. She's doing other stuff, but Pina still needs stuff to be done. So I'm like, try and bath her, or like, and it just won't let me do it. She looks like, honestly, we'll zoom in a minute. She looks like a bit of an eldritch horror because it's just like you'll see it in a minute. Look, both children in her arms, like she's bathing one, and the other one's like holding onto her like a goddamn koala. But oh, it's just I think I do slow down in a minute. But look at this, it's monstrous. There's two children, like, they've formed into one. They've become one child. This is what I mean by an eldritch horror. It's terrifying. Oh my god. They're both like holding on for dear life within one another. They fused to one. So yeah, I just kind of focused on this for a while because it was just so bizarre. Like she's even feeding the child. And the other one's like holding on like, please feed me, mother. Please, I'm so dirty. I'm cold, dirty, and wet, and I have a soiled nappy and I'm starving. Please feed me, mother. Please do something. And just nothing happened. And I realized that's what was going on with the nanny as well. The nanny was obviously trying to interact with the child, as was Teeny, of course. But nothing was working because she was obviously glitched on from her. Honestly, Teeny has been very broken from the get-go. She had morning sickness for like days and days after she gave birth. I don't know if that was like meant to happen, but she just abnormally was always uncomfortable because she was always had morning sickness. It was really bizarre. And now she's got a child stuck to her and she doesn't even know what to do. I just bathed her there and the child soiled itself on her, so she instantly became dirty. This game is so broken. It is so broken. I don't think the game itself is. It's just this file. This family is broken. I don't know what I did to get there, but I did figure out what was going on. If I managed to fix it anyway. I basically sent them to another lot, and the game kind of figured itself out just by doing that. So I kind of just traveled to the library, left them there for like a few minutes, just to make sure nothing else broken happened, and then they kind of just travel back. It was kind of lucky because, in all honesty, had I left Pina there too long, I honestly think child services would have come and all kids would have been taken away. So it was kind of lucky, in all honesty, that I managed to fix this. And then I basically just kind of helped Pina. Oh, we got a random potion for that as well. I didn't know that was a thing, but we got the potion, which is great. But yeah, so we managed to save Pina from being taken away by child services. In all honesty, had they stayed stuck together, Teeny probably would have had to go as well, because she would have been stuck to it. That or the child service people would have been just stuck in the house, not sure what to do, and maybe they would have just died. I don't know. But here's the nanny now to come and save Pina and fix her up, basically, which is lovely. So yeah, that was just a bit of an adventure, which I was not expecting, which is fantastic. And then here we go. Good old Dong is finishing up his wonderful, wonderful practicing of mixology. There we go, maxed out, which is just brilliant. We've got all 3 achievements we expected to go for this in this episode, which is fantastic. He's absolute Ramsay. We should change his name to Dong Ramsay if that's possible. We should actually do that because he is absolutely amazing. He's the best chef ever in the whole of the Simland. And yeah, we just need to get him those promotions down. But there we go. There's the 4 achievements we got this time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you watched this episode and you liked it, please hit that sub button. This actually took me a long time editing and recording, and it would really mean a lot to me and help the channel grow. And yeah, in the next episode, we'll get him to his full culinary skill career, and we'll concentrate on one of the others. But thanks so much, guys, for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Much love. Take care. Bye.